I taught myself failure. I taught myself how to fail. You have to learn how to fail. I had big dreams. A lot of us have big dreams, big goals. And when you have goals that are maybe outside your reach, you have to know that getting to that goal, you're gonna have a lot of bad days.
You will never succeed more than you fail. That's not how it works, because failure is a wonderful teacher. It's the only way to learn.
Is to fail. It's literally what we talk about when we're talking about the process. The process is failure over and over and over and over again.
Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Right? Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. And the reason that I'm saying that is because when it says don't be pushed by your problems, problems are a part of the journey.
I can't tell you how many times I dropped the weight on the floor. Dropped the weight, just tossed it off my back, fell down, got up again and continued the set. You gotta be willing to fail. If you can't fail, what I learned in the gym is you gotta go out there and fail. You gotta go out there and fall down.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
What would you do, ladies and gentlemen, if you couldn't fail? What would you do if you were in a situation where your mind couldn't comprehend an outcome in which you lost? Who would you become? What would you do? What type of person would be bred from that willpower and that self-belief and that confidence? Because it all starts here.
Failure has been achieved, thank God. Now, the only place to go from failure is to win.
A lot of setbacks. So like when I was losing 106 pounds in 3 months, the first 2 months or first 2 weeks, it's like I was gaining weight. You know, I would lose a pound, gain 2. So I was just failing. I kept failing and kept failing and kept failing. And people are like, that's so depressing. Is it? When you're 300 pounds and you can't read and write and you're fucked up, you know how many times you're gonna fucking fail on that process? So if you don't know how to fail, there is no victory.
You have to fail. Failure is a part of the process to becoming successful. I tell people this all the time. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the world, he took 946 game-winning shots. 946 times since he was in high school. He has only made 146 of those.
And that is where success is. It's on the other side of failure. That is where happiness is. That's where joy is. That's where love and a greater sense of connection is.
Yes, sir.
Failure.
Opposition are a part of the journey, right? Adversity is a part of the journey. Like it's all a part of development and growth as a person. And so when you got dreams and you got problems, I look at it as it's interconnected. You got your dream, you got your goal, you got your aspirations. Problems are gonna happen along the way. Conflict is gonna happen along the way. Uncertainty is gonna happen along the way. But the thing that's important is putting things in place to fight it.
Most people who've won big have failed big. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is.
So I had to teach myself how to fail right. And what that means is when I fail, I can't spend much time in that fail zone. I have to be able to get up and get after the next day just as fast, because my goals were to be a Navy SEAL. I don't have time to stay here and feel bad for myself for weeks and months and years, because I'll lose that time.
The arguments that you have with your wife, the disagreements and the butting of the heads that you have with your teammates in practice.
Yes, sir.
The disagreements and then coming to a place. See, all of that is failure.
Yeah.
Right?
Necessary.
Necessary in order for us to achieve anything worthwhile.
You're not going to score on every shot.
Right.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't take the shots. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try to hit the goal. But part of being able to continue to take shots is to have the strength of character to tolerate the fact that in that instance you weren't on top.